The most powerful man in Britain has been named, but most people have never even heard of him. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer doesn't really run the country, according to a Whitehall insider. Dominic Cummings has named the person he believes really holds power in the United Kingdom, and nobody voted for this person. In fact, very people have even heard, but Mr. Cummings, who served as chief advisor to former Prime Minister Boris Johnson and also advised former Education Secretary Michael Gove, says this person has more power than any elected politician. The most powerful person in the UK is Sir Chris Wormald, according to Mr. Cummings. Sir Chris is the Cabinet Secretary and head of the Civil Service, making him the most senior civil servant. And Mr. Cummings said, the Cabinet Secretary now has something like 100 times more power than the average minister does. Recalling his own experience serving in Number 10, Mr. Cummings said, if all kinds of things happen today, if when bombs go off, for example, or if a Secretary of State is caught by the security services in unsuitable liaisons, it's not the ministers that get called first. The wiring diagram of power inside the system means that it's the Cabinet Secretary who is called first when the bombs go off and when crises happen, and the Cabinet Secretary decides which. Delivering a lecture in Oxford, Mr. Cummings said, at the moment, the Prime Minister has literally no role whatsoever in the management of key permanent secretaries who actually run the government departments. Nothing at all to do with it. The entire HR system of Whitehall works for the Cabinet Secretary, not for the Prime Minister. In comments reported in The Spectator, Mr. Cummings insisted Prime Minister doesn't actually make the big decisions. If you want change on what's important, if you want to see a different regime, you have to have a Prime Minister who is actually in charge of setting the priorities for the key officials in the country. That doesn't happen.
Explicar lo que siento cuando tú no estás conmigo, cómo gritarle a los vientos que me perteneces, que te necesito, cómo explicar la alegría cuando tú estás a mi lado. Yo sé que no hay en el mundo un amor más grande como el que me has dado. Te amo, amor, te amo, por siempre 1000 veces te amo. Y aunque no creo merecerte, doy gracias al cielo de haberte encontrado. Te amo, amor, te amo, por siempre 1000 veces te amo. Que Dios bendiga tus ojos, tu cara bonita, tu amor, tus encantos.